Have you ever told yourself, "It is fine, I will do it tomorrow," and then that tomorrow never actually came? We often repeat that phrase, as if time were something endless. But while we are waiting for the right moment, life quietly keeps slipping away. Time does not make noise. It does not demand attention, but it takes away every opportunity from those who take it for granted. In today's world, full of distractions, social media, messages, video games, it is so easy to lose precious minutes without even realizing it. Those who know how to value time will rise to the peak of success. Those who waste it will live forever in regret and sorrow. Today, you are going to hear a short story, a gentle reminder that might just change the way you see time. In a peaceful little village, there lived a boy named Ryan. He was not a bad person, nor was he foolish. He was just too lazy to start anything. Every morning, Ryan woke up with dozens of plans in his head. He would study harder, help his parents more, and try to become as capable as his friends. But by the end of the day, nothing had changed. He would always comfort himself with the same old line, "It is fine. I will do it tomorrow." Gradually, those tomorrows piled up, and everything important was left unfinished. His grades dropped, his friends moved ahead, while he stayed exactly where he was. His parents and teachers tried to advise him, but Ryan only smiled, thinking there was still plenty of time. He did not realize that "there is still time" is the sweetest trap life sets for those who procrastinate. One day, while wandering through the village park, Ryan saw a crowd gathered around an old man. The man had a kind face, bright eyes, and a warm voice. People called him the Wise Man, for he had traveled far and wide, teaching others how to live and think. Ryan listened from a distance. The old man spoke about determination, about the value of every moment, and about those who lost their chances simply because they thought they still had time. Each word pierced straight into Ryan's heart. When the crowd left, Ryan gathered his courage and stepped forward. "Sir," he said softly, "I feel like I am failing. Everyone else keeps moving forward, but I am stuck in place. I want to change, but I do not know where to start." The old man looked at him, his eyes gentle yet deep. "My boy," he said slowly, "you are not losing because you are incapable, but because you do not value the most precious thing in lifetime." He paused, then smiled. "Let me tell you a story that I believe, once you hear it, you will never see time the same way again. Once upon a time, there was a kind and wise king. He was loved and respected by his people, not just for his power, but also for his generosity and wisdom. One morning, while walking through the old market, the king suddenly noticed a man dressed in rags, looking weak and weary. That man was actually his old school friend, once a bright and promising young man. Recognizing him, the king immediately ordered that he be brought to the palace. The friend bowed low, avoiding the king's gaze, his voice filled with sadness. "I do not understand why my life has turned out this way. I have tried many times, but I never succeed. Everyone says I am useless and lazy, but I just think maybe my luck has not come yet." The king was silent for a moment, then spoke gently. "If I were to give you a chance, would you truly cherish it?" The friend quickly replied, "Of course, Your Majesty." The king smiled. "Before the sun sets today," the king was silent for a moment, then spoke gently. "If I were to give you a chance, would you truly cherish it?" The friend quickly replied, "Of course, Your Majesty." The king smiled. "Before the sun sets today, you may go to my treasure chamber and take whatever you want, gold, silver, jewels, as long as it is before sunset." The man froze for a moment, then almost burst into tears of joy. He bowed deeply to thank the king again and again, then ran home to tell his wife the good news. His wife grabbed his hands, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Then what are you waiting for? Go now," she said. But he shook his head. "Wait, I am starving. It will not hurt to eat first before I go." Though worried, his wife still cooked him a delicious meal. He ate slowly, savoring every bite, thinking to himself, "It is still early. I have the whole afternoon to collect the treasure." After eating, he began to feel sleepy. He lay down for a short rest and soon fell into a deep sleep. When his wife shook him awake, the sky was already turning to late afternoon. He grew irritated for being woken too early, then lazily prepared a few sacks and started walking toward the palace. By that time, the sun was blazing high, the heat scorching. Tired, he sat down to rest under a shady tree, telling himself, "Just a few minutes, then I will keep going." But those few minutes turned into many hours. When he finally woke up, the sky was painted red with sunset. Panicking, he ran toward the palace, only to find every gate tightly closed. The guard said, "The sun has already set. Your chance is gone." The man collapsed to the ground, staring at the darkening sky, his heart heavy with regret. He had lost everything, not because of bad luck, but because of his own delay. When the wise man finished his story, Ryan sat in silence for a long time. He looked down at his hands, and all the wasted days of his life seemed to appear before his eyes. He suddenly realized that he was no different from the man in the story, always believing there is still time, until every opportunity had slipped away. A deep sense of shame filled his heart, but instead of avoiding it, Ryan lifted his head. "I understand now, sir," he said softly. "From today on, I will not let a single moment pass by in vain again." The old man smiled. His gentle eyes seemed to say, "Only when you truly understand the value of time will your life begin to change." From that day on, Ryan returned home with a different heart. He started small, waking up a little earlier, finishing his work on time, and completing one small goal each day. Little by little, he began to notice something amazing. Everything around him was starting to change, because he himself had changed. From that day forward, Ryan never said, "I will do it tomorrow" again. He learned to treasure every hour, every minute. When his friends spent hours scrolling through social media, he chose to read. When others complained about being tired, he pushed himself to go a little further, not because he wanted to become someone else, but because he never wanted to repeat his old mistake, wasting time and losing himself in the process. He realized that time is the most valuable currency of all. It cannot be bought back, it cannot be stored, and it never waits for anyone. Someone once said, "Those who take time for granted will one day understand its true worth, but only when it is too late." We can lose money, we can lose opportunities, but when we lose time, we lose life itself. Those who use their time wisely can achieve anything. Those who waste it will live only in regret. So, use your time with purpose. Spend it with the people you love, on things that make you proud when you look back. Work hard and never postpone your dreams, because life does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who begin right now. If this story made you think, leave a comment below. What is the first thing I will do today? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Journey to Greatness, so you will not miss the next inspiring stories. And remember, time is the greatest gift life has ever given us. Do not just count the days as they pass. Make every single day one worth remembering.